You're clueless on defense after the latest title update, but don't worry, because in this video I'm breaking down the 3 best playbooks you need to be using in Madden 26 to start playing better defense. The last one is the best and you don't want to miss it. Let's jump right into it. Here we're talking about defense, and we have our honorable mention, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Now, this playbook actually got, a little bit of an update in the title update, but really it still comes down to what is good, okay? We understand what's good. We have double mug, right? You can always walk up that line of scrimmage, move your defense just like this, hover right over this guy, right? When the offense goes to take the snap, you peel away and you get a sack, fumble, recovery just like that. It's very easy. Double mug, kind of just a brain dead defense. If you have the right defensive backs, you can certainly run it, but you can also improvise a little bit here as well and set it up something like this maybe. Put Ramsey in a flat, and then you could play a coverage honestly like this, probably a little bit safer. They're still probably just gonna panic right the snap, but now you can jump out here if you need to with your user and just play really good defense. Double mug allows you to be really creative on defense and therefore get a lot of stops. But honestly, out of the Steelers, it doesn't just end with double mug, because you have your dime 2-3, right? You have your double walk down safety, then you have your nickel triple, as I've broken down many times before on the channel. If you've been following me, right, you come into nickel blitz, right? You have that slot corner blitzing. All you really got to do is spread your linebackers, shift your defensive line, and then you're gonna have that slot corner flying in, because when you go ahead and engage with this guy, move him outside, then you allow Cam Hayward or TJ Watt to just walk in free. We really haven't even talked about your custom stunt ability that you really have out of any defense, but here you're able to lock down their corner route with that flat route, and so then you're also able to use her over the middle. So honestly, really good coverage capabilities, because you're just moving a lot of guys around. Steelers are really good defense. Like I said, you have double mug, that's a really great formation. You also have dime 2-3 will. That's another great formation that we'll break down later in this video. But honestly, a great honorable mention, Pittsburgh Steelers playbook. All right, so coming in at number 3 to lead off this video, we have the Dallas Cowboys playbook. Actually just got a brand new update in the recent title update. One of the best defensive playbooks that you can be running here, clearly, if it's on this list. So they added, I'll have the playbooks, or excuse me, the formations they added, but I believe double mug and single mug were 2 that they added. So when we talk about single mug, we're really talking about the Texas format custom stunt, right? Spread your defensive line, engage with this guy right over the center, pass commit your defense, and when they go ahead and take the snap, you're going to a lot of the and take this snap, you're just gonna be able to see guy comes in free, even against a blocked running back. If we could recover a fumble, we let the quarterback get back on it. But you just are able to do a great job. This is a 4-man against a 6, right? And obviously no blitz is gonna come in every single time, but just look at the angle that you're also able to create. If we look at the instant replay, and this is why you watch me, you watch BLT, because I will break this stuff down for you, right? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. But if we go ahead and take a look at the replay, boom, guy comes around. This is a great position for us to be in. This offensive lineman honestly is not in a great position as far as blocking this guy, and so when the quarterback goes to step up, which so many people want to do, because we promote good pocket presence all the time, continuing to step up, he runs into his lineman, and then it just allows another guy to come in free. So again, wreaking havoc 4 against 6. And also, contains are pretty good in this game now, right? And so if we go ahead audible, now granted, this is Aaron Rodgers, and the contain's actually not going to show up here just because it's practice mode, but when you go to take this snap, they made contains really, really good in the title update. You can pretty much contain the quarterback now with only 3 people, and there's no more of that silly QB speed burst, that we talk about or that you guys have seen all the time, especially if you're playing Ultimate Team. So really, you can mix around your custom stunts, but then also you can understand that you're playing match coverage right here. They go ahead and send 5 out. Boom, we're able to play really great match coverage, take everything away over the middle of the field with our user, and lock down. So in my opinion, nickel single mug is completely back, right? You know, you do have, people might understand better pass protection than maybe they did at the beginning of the year, but custom stunts are back. That's something I'll be breaking down more in Victory Formation GG in the next couple of weeks, you know, in some, you know, lab updates. But, you know, you also have your nickel wide, which some people know about the pass protection in double mug, so you can pretty much, single mug, so you can pretty much do the same thing with your custom stunts from nickel wide, but they can't actually use the same pass protection. So that's really great for you. Really, the Cowboys nickel is what got just a huge overhaul. They also added 3-3 cub, I believe, and so I know a lot of people like running match coverage out of this. And then you also have dime rush, which gives you some great, you know, just natural stunt ability. And the last thing that I'll kind of hint at here with the Steelers playbook is their 3-4 tight. You guys know how much I love 3-4 odd. If you guys have been watching, 3-4 tight is essentially basically the same alignment actually. You don't actually have to blitz that outside linebacker. All you want to do is spread that defensive line, pass commit your defense, and you're going to stand right here over this, you know, center. And so when they go to take the snap, look at all that pressure that's coming in free off the edge. It's honestly kind of scary, you know, for them. If we go ahead and look at it again, spread defensive line, pass commands, pretty much all you have to do. It also zone out that linebacker and boom, take it, try to move him around, and then you're able to see pressure. I actually didn't get the greatest engage, but you still are able to see the pressure that comes in. So Steelers trying to give you guys just a good overall breakdown, because it's not just one formation in this game on defense that you can run. You're gonna have to be versatile. You're gonna have to run a lot of different stuff to get stops right now. And so when you have 3-4 tight, for example, you have 4-3 even 6-1 that I didn't even break down. You have single mug, double mug, cub. You know, you have your dime rush. Like, you have so much on defense out of this Dallas Cowboys playbook that it makes it one of the best playbooks in the game. All right, so at 2, no surprise, really no changes here. I do believe the Tennessee Titans defense is the second best defensive playbook here in this game. I talked about this playbook many months ago, a few months ago, did an ebook on it on Victory Formation. They haven't touched it. It's still amazing, right? You still have 3-4 odd, okay? So if we go ahead, come into 3-4 odd, and we go ahead, move this guy over, shift our defensive line, pass commit our defense, blitz that inside linebacker, and this is our setup, right? And so Tua actually got his abilities taken, been playing garbage, but boom, take it, move this guy, and then you're able to see a guy comes in free because we're able to move the offensive line outside in a way. Again, all I did was shift my defensive line right in this case, and then I tried to hover with my user, move those guys outside. It's just an overload blitz. Me and Swole have talked about this a lot on Victory Formation, how good a lot of these overload blitzes are. And it really doesn't in there, because even if they block their running back, you know, obviously when they block their running back, they're gonna, you know, get better protection a lot of the time, but sometimes it doesn't even matter, because boom, you take it, you try to engage again, but you gotta remember the running back can't really block linebackers and out in like pass rushers. So even if he steps up, he's still in a one-on-one. This guy still got through the offensive line, and you know, he really should, this double team has no business happening. They should be allocating those blockers to this guy, but they don't. So you get it easy. I mean, it's not gonna be that easy every time, but you get the point. Like, it's hard for those running backs to end up actually holding their blocks against, you know, pass rushers or linebackers who actually have pass rushing abilities, right? So we understand that from 3-4 odd. We come to another formation, we talked about double mug, right? And so then really the best, in my opinion, I think nickel digit odds probably still the best defense in this game, especially because the QB speed version that is going to be dead. But if we go ahead and set this up, if I remember correctly, all you really have to do, you could just show blitz if you wanted to move those guys down. This can honestly make it a little bit better. I actually believe this was, you know, this setup that I was talking about here. Boom, take it, and yeah, okay. So when you show blitz, you're actually able to get those guys to come in free. I had to remember the setup for this. It took me a minute there, but this is the best, you know, blitz in this game. I didn't even engage with this guy, and I still just walked in free. Very, very easy. And so when you're able to call blitzes like that, because even if they block the running back, again, all I'm doing here is showing blitz and pass committing. So if they go ahead and block their running back and they don't even call auto motion, boom, you're able to see, get the attention of that guy, and the blitz is able to come in free. Why does that happen? The reason why that happens is because this slot corner is coming in, flying in from across the field against the running back, who's not even recognizing him. The running backs on the opposite side. That's why it's important to blitz off the opposite side of the running back if you can, because it'll make your blitz way better. You see, he doesn't even recognize or see him, and so we're able to come in free. So that's 3-3 odd. We've talked about that, a few times. Very, very good way to get pressure on the quarterback. For those of y'all that haven't seen that blitz, there you go. Very good. And I talked about nickel triple earlier in this video, if you're interested in seeing that. But we have dime 2-3 will as well, which this is pretty similar actually to the last defense. This gives you a lot of coverage versatility. I believe I'll be breaking this down in the next section of this video. But overall, Titans, one of the best defensive playbooks still. They didn't really touch it, after the update. You have 3-5 penny. So many great defensive formations. Defense is so tough in this game that you're gonna have to mix through a lot of the things, feel comfortable in a lot of different defenses to truly have success. But that's my number 2 defensive playbook. But number 1, don't we all like to be number 1? I have the Miami Dolphins defense. If they were playing defense like this in real life, maybe they wouldn't have like 2 wins. But Miami Dolphins here, and just great. They actually updated this playbook, and so I've talked about a lot of the things already in this video. Single mug, double mug, nickel wide, right? Henry really loved his nickel wide to contain the quarterback, especially in that first tournament of the year. I don't really necessarily think that you need to even, do a lot of those things just because of the way that EA's kind of, updated the game recently. But even 4-3, even 6-1, I believe got added to this defense. And so the things that you can do with 4-3, even 6-1 are honestly just great. This is just match coverage here, and so you're giving a great illusion here that you're going to be blitzing, and so when you're able to just drop into coverage, match coverage, you're going to do a good job of playing defense. And then obviously when you have good pass rushers here that can wreak havoc on the offensive line, this is just a 5-man rush against a 6-man protection. A guy comes in free, running back picks him up, and then just what I'm talking about, you can't leave running backs in one-on-ones in this game. It's not a recipe for success if you're on offense. So when you're able to get that as a defense, that's why 4-3, even 6-1 is, so helpful to you. But obviously you have your, Sam Will blitz, the typical stuff that, you see all the time, where you're just pretty much calling an all-out blitz here, kind of overloading one side too, though. Is what you're really trying to do, get the attention of the center. Boom. You could also come in free with a user rush if you wanted to, but lockdown sticky man coverage leads to pressure. But boom, go through it again. I could always just use a rush. You can see they're locked down. No one's open. Some route combinations better than others against this, but you have the defenders to run kind of cover zero. You certainly want to be doing that. But if you want to come into 4-3 tight Leo, call this. It's all about concepts, man. You can take the same blitz concept, same defensive concept, and run it out of so many different defensive plays. Look at this. All I did was, shift my defensive line. Those 2 guys come over, and so boom. Then you're able to see kind of the stunt capability almost that you get from doing that. Like especially when you drop some of these guys into coverage. Like, let's just, for example, little mid-video labbing here, but you just drop some of these guys into coverage assignments. Then you're going to shift your defensive line. You're going to get those guys to come over. So really, this is only going to be a 4-man rush, right? So then you go ahead and pass commit, boom, and then you're able to see, look at the havoc that's created from the offensive line. I kind of wish they would have actually looped around a little bit better than they did, like they did on the first play. But let's just say you manned up the running back here, boom. Then you go and shift that defensive line. You pass commit that defense, right? And so, boom, take it, there you go, and you move all the way around, and you get a guy to come in free. The offensive line is gonna have a really hard time recognizing custom stunts in this game, okay? And that's just a created custom stunt. Like, just look at that. This is just simple. Running back's guarded, nothing else is open, and you get delayed pressure from really only, I guess this was a 5-man rush. So even if they try to roll out or anything, step up in the pocket, gonna be pretty hard for them to do. So, and that's a new formation actually that was added, to this playbook, in the recent update. So, very good for you. But then you have your dime 2-3, you have your dime 2-3 will. Like I promised you guys, I will break this down right here. When we talk about DB Fire 2, you guys have played some of the old games, right? I mean, if you're gonna be worried about stopping the run, just pretty much stand right here, loop around, stop the run. But if we just even look at the slot corner blitz, one of the best ways to contain the quarterback, boom, guys come in free. Not necessarily as good as maybe it was in Madden 23 where you couldn't even block this blitz. But really, regardless, you have slot corner blitzes. There you go. Guy comes in free. Sometimes it's just about changing around the angles, moving him out maybe. But overall, it's a process on defense, going through multiple looks. Even if I was playing against this formation, walking those safeties down, playing a little bit of cross man is always one of my favorite things you can do. Have that soft flat, have that clap flat on the outside, pass commit, you're still sitting that 5-man slot corner blitz. Here's a really good coverage shell for you guys, and then you're able to get your guy to come in free. So that's that dime 2-3 will. It's all about just being versatile on defense. I've showed you in this video, tens of different blitz setups, coverage adjustments, a lot of stuff that you can do, and it's all about mixing and matching, going on Huddle GG, for example, and finding out what playbooks have what formations, and then trying to incorporate those into your scheme. Obviously, you have your basics like custom stunts and like contain blitzes, but even getting creative on defense, using the same blitz concept in multiple different formations will make you better on defense. But overall, I have the Dolphins as the best defensive playbook in Madden 26 after the recent title update. All right, so that's going to do it for the defensive playbooks, the best defensive playbooks you need to be running right now in Madden 26. Stop feeling clueless on defense and start dominating. But if you want me to help you get better at Madden through one-on-one coaching, personally, click this video right here because I personally want to help you get better at Madden 26. Stop the ebooks, just get better with BLT. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.